Hey guys, and welcome back to the second video in this Minecraft hardcore playthrough. This time we will be going over days 20 to around day 30. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Please leave a like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's jump straight in. Day 10 started with me going around and blocking every villager inside their house so they could no longer leave. Right as I was finishing that up, it started raining, and since I couldn't go to bed, I decided to go straight into one of the houses and start using that house as my mine shaft and dug straight down. After a bit of digging, I found a mine shaft, and instead of completely exploring it, I decided to put a halt on it and go back up to the surface and get better geared up so I don't die down there. Then went back down there on day 11 so I can finish looting everything. While exploring the mine shaft, I was able to find a golden apple in one of the minecart chests, as well as some iron and lapis. Later on, I found a spiner spawner, which one of the chests had diamond armor and golden horse armor, which I gladly took and left. Once I got up to the surface, I decided to go straight to bed, and once day 12 started, I went around the village for a little bit before deciding, you know what, I need some way to get emeralds. So I made a shepherd and started trying to gather sheep, which took the rest of day 12 to do because the sheep did not want to follow me. Day 13 started with me gathering every fence in the village to make a pen for the sheep, and then creating the pen and plopping that sheep down there before going off to try to find more sheep and bring them back to the village. And then I went straight to bed because it started getting late out once I finally did get them into bed. Day 14 started with me just doing all the chores in the village. Shearing the sheep, breeding the sheep, trading with the villager, etc., until I got tired of that and decided to go down to the mines and mine for the rest of the day. After mining for a bit and having a discussion with someone in chat, I decided to let him into the game, and upon doing that, I decided to head up to the surface because it was nighttime to sleep, so that way he didn't have to run into the thing at dark. But it turns out he didn't want to play on the server for that long, and he logged off soon afterwards, after I was halfway back to a bed. So I just went to sleep, and then in the morning started doing some more chores, such as trading with the blacksmith, shearing the sheep, breeding the sheep, and then I got some more pickaxes and went straight back down to start mining near the end of day 15. And I didn't start going back until the start of day 17, in which halfway through the trip back, I found a patch of diamonds after trying to figure out if I had admin, which I found out I also didn't. So when I went to mine the patch of diamonds, found 6 of them. Pretty good haul, but yet again, I also walked over them on my way through the mines, and I felt very stupid for doing that. When I did finally get back up to the surface, it appeared to be night, so I went straight to sleep. Day 18 was mostly spent tending to the sheep because I wanted that role as soon as possible so I could start making diamond tools with mending. So day 19 started with me getting the mending book, then going straight back to my house, crafting a diamond pick, putting the mending on it, and dubbing that pick Techno. After making Techno, I decided to go and start making a farm because I needed some wheat and other food so I can start breeding the villagers as well as trading with them so I can get better gear. And I continued to work on the farm late into the night until I decided, you know what, probably not best for me to stay out here during night, and I went to bed. Day 20, I just continued to work on the farm until I was really interrupted later on by a pillager captain, and since I didn't have any milk on hand, I had to get that guy to follow me away from the village. That way I could actually kill him without setting off a raid, because there was no way I was ready for a raid at that point. So after getting him far away, I killed him, then searched forever for a cow, got the milk, drank it, and then I went back over to the village to start working on a breeder which I had in mind. And I continued to work on that one until the end of day 20, went to bed, got up, and started to finish that project so that way it could be done and I could finally start breeding these villagers. It honestly took a lot longer than I thought it would be. And I threw up the pillager flag on the outside because I thought, hey, it would spice up something that otherwise looks like it was thrown together by a 3-year-old. By the time I did finish, it was actually getting pretty late, so I went to bed, woke up the next morning, and decided to go right back to farming and shearing the sheep because I know I had to get those chores done so I can get the emeralds, so I can get more mending books. And surprisingly, that actually took up the entire day, so I went back to the house and went straight to bed. Day 23, I actually decided to feed my captives, and they were so pleased they actually made a baby. Of course, I wasn't there to watch the miracle of childbirth, but I was there afterwards when I saw the baby villager leaving the cage, which I instructed him to go into, and he actually listened. That was surprisingly easy. He shouldn't have done that. After dealing with the villagers, I decided to go back to my home, in which I started looking at achievements, and then was called outside the room by forces unknown to me, and didn't come back until late at night. So I decided to hop into bed and started day 24. Day 24 consists of me mostly gathering my stuff to start going mining, and then staying down in the mines up until day 26, in which I decided to come back up with my hefty haul of 14 diamonds. The first thing I did when I got out to the surface was to continue farming, and then afterwards I went straight over to my house, dumped all this extra food items I had, then went over to the villager breeder to give them more food, but by the time I did do that, it was night. So I decided, you know what? Screw it. I will sleep with the villagers tonight. Day 27 started with me making 3 iron pickaxes before going straight back down to the mines and continuing to mine for the rest of the day up until day 28, when I resurfaced, continued to farm for a bit before going back to my house and making a clock, which I gotta say, one of the best decisions I made. It's so much easier to tell what time it is while editing this. Thank you, past me. You did me a huge favor. And then I went back down to the mines and where both my pickaxe and axe broke, fighting against a creeper. After dealing with the creeper, I had to go back up to the surface because I did not have the proper resources to craft a new iron axe. So after going up there, I realized it was night, so I went straight to bed. Day 28 started with me just doing my regular chores, farming, shearing the sheep, etc., etc. But around noon, I decided to go back down to the mines, in which I stayed for the next few days up until day 30, in which I came out with 23 diamonds, made a quick enchantment table, and placed that in a blacksmith. It did not stay there. I moved it pretty soon afterwards. And then went back to my daily chores, farming, feeding the villagers, and then going to bed. Day 31 was spent doing my usual chores, farming, tending to the sheep, you know, the works. And then I went to bed after doing that several times, starting day 32. Day 32, I decided to change the scenery a bit by deciding to go adventure away from base camp. I continued to adventure all the way to the night of day 32. Luckily, I brought a bed, so I went to sleep, and then continued adventuring to around the midpoint of day 33, in which I found something interesting, which I will just let the clip play for itself. Parrot, 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 parrot. uh, uh. Okay, I'm taking a screenshot of this. Dude. First natural freaking sheep. I want to clip that and like post it somewhere. Because oh my gosh, that was... Okay, how do I clip? How do I clip? Somebody clip that. Yeah, that's right. Somehow I managed to find a completely organic sheep's spawn, which spawned a pink sheep. I don't know if anyone else has found this, but I just thought it would be cool to plop into the video. After the sheep, I decided to continue adventuring and continued to adventure until the afternoon of day 34, in which I stopped at an island and stopped the stream there, which is also where I'm going to stop the video. Thank you guys for watching my second video of my Minecraft hardcore playthrough. I will link the video to the the first video down in the description, and my other videos as well. So you guys are free to go watch those when you want to. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and I will see you guys next time.